Hello? Hello. Okay, this works. In my after the last stream, during the last stream, I switched my audio monitoring off, so I didn't hear myself twice. Sorry. Once in OBS and then again in ouch. Thanks, Melon. Then again on Okina stream. And it seems like in my confusion, I managed to switch monitoring back on, but I switched it to monitoring only, not output and monitoring. Oops. Anyway, thanks for pointing it out, Melon. But congrats on first rock. Have a good night. Congrats on second, Melon. And congrats on third, Okina. We're gonna have a pretty chill stream this time round. I thought it was a bit of you staring into us. It could have been. I think I would have attempted to stare in silence. And touhou, welcome in. Hello. Yeah, but as I was saying, ooh, thanks for the snack, everyone. I'll have a bit of a more chill stream. I haven't been feeling super well. Hold on. PNG tubers not picking up my mouth. Hold on. Is this working? Okay, it should be. It was picking up nothing but fan noises just now. So I made its sensitivity a bit higher. But then I lowered the fan setting and sensitivity is still way too high. So this should be fine. But yeah, I'm not feeling the best. I was at a convention this weekend. Just one day, but still. I either caught something there or it exacerbated something that was already wrong with me. So let's get into it. Okay, I've got two things I plan to do today. First is, references to love. This commission of Estelle. Okay, I'm tweaking the lighting on things. There's going to be, okay, let me skip this song. Okay, let me go to all the instrumentals actually. Yeah. You too? Oh no. I hope you two means you were at the convention this weekend and not that you caught something from it. It would be awful to learn that it was some kind of mad super spreader event. The convention. Okay. Lovely, lovely. It always is. It really is. What's that? I slipped up. I usually wear a mask to conventions, but I forgot this time round. And I be very physically tired from nothing, and my throat be a little sore. I cannot find my. There we go. There's the lo-fi playlist. I cannot find my. Couldn't find it. Oh, hi, Kokone. Welcome in. Oh, you wore a mask for both days. Very smart. Very smart. I should have done that. I'm quite sure. God, what's that word? I was either infected or it made something worse. Oh, I forgot. Last stream I was very distracted due to being in a impromptu collab. But if you haven't seen it yet, we have a new emote. It's an art text emote, and it was gifted to me by Kokone in chat. Shout out. It's very cute. Thank you so much. There we go. Art text. I'm distracting. I I want to say yes you are and put it that plainly. It's just something that slipped my mind when the time came, not time came, when I was preparing to shout out Kokone when she came into chat, but when she did, we were yapping and I forgot. Yeah, we got a couple of things we are working on. I just have one big lighting filter over Estelle. Plus, there'll be a version that's just transparent, and I don't want to tune the colors to a background that might not hold on, it's not letting me change things. Yeah, I don't want it to tune the... Am I going mad? Yes, I'm not. Yeah, I don't want that background colors to look strange. I edited a few things. I made it a bit bigger so we could see more of the sparklers, and then I forgot to add on to the tail. I'm very disorganized. Sorry. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how long I can stay up physically. Definitely we won't cross midnight again. I'm already eepy. Last night I tucked myself into bed at around 11-ish. And by 11:30, my head felt like it was midnight. So I'll see. I might try and take tomorrow off school as well. The professor I have tomorrow is a bit more chill about people taking absences, so I might just like force myself to recover. All things considered, I've been a bit busy lately. Surprisingly, not so much with school, because the workload hasn't picked up super badly yet, and I don't care about my grades that much, so I haven't been putting in a lot of work. Few other matters that I've had to juggle. Yeah. It may not be due to like coronavirus either. I was quite physically tired at the end of the day, like at a speed way faster than I usually get tired. So I suspect there was something already there. I have my guesses as to what it is. Let's not go into it. And very small reminder, if you haven't checked in yet, you can. Eventually, I will trade it. Have it be tradable for something like art. We'll see. I've also been craving doing something silly, like artistically. As much as I love having commissions and doing merch for stuff, and don't get me wrong, I fucking love merch. Thanks for the snack, Kokone. I know people out there feel like merch is part of business, and it's not something they may personally connect to. I feel a little differently. Oh, oh, you've got 5k points, draw me. Sure thing. I don't remember if you were in chat the day that I was showing people examples of the small doodle. Hold on, let me pull up the example. I would love to draw you. I'll try and do something a bit different from God Plus. If you've got something in mind, let me know, but it'll probably be a very loose, bust up sketch. Hold on, let me find the example. It's somewhere on my computer. I was not, but I trust you. Show me the examples. Sure thing. Okay, here we go. I'm proud I saved so many. Hell yeah. Quite quickly as well. I think be fair, you were there quite soon after I got affiliate, so you've just been very consistent, which is very cool. But yeah, small doodle. Something like that, bust up chibi. Oh my god, did you guys hear that? My room's very drafty right now. It's been raining a lot the past few days, been very windy. Very loyal fox spirit, hell yeah. Very windy the past few days, very drafty in my room. The windows just like rattled, and I'm so sure the mic picked it up. Yeah, let's get a little doodle in. I'm not super sure what I'll do yet. Would you like a fox form doodle or more human form, actually? See. Oh, would you like a doodle of you in fox form? Fox form or human form? If you have a preference. Oh, would you need me to repeat it again? Actually, I do have an idea for a human form sketch. Now, oh, okay, ad break soon. In about a minute, I can choose. Got it. Then we will do human form now. We're just gonna have to vibe space it. To be fair, okay. In the example I showed, I didn't use any references. I did all of them in class. Apologies. Love your signature. We are going to have to get rid of the background so it's a bit less space. Yeah, very vibe space. What I have in mind, it's you have a proper ref sheet now. Oh wait. Do you? Wait, did I miss it? I'm sorry, I just like scrolled to the first thing I saw on your blue sky. Oh, I see. It is. I see. Okay, it's there particularly big different design changes. Okay, I have it up on the other monitor. I'll refer back to it. But since I am on a wrong layer, since I'm working on a relatively smaller canvas, I think I will end up having to minimize things a bit too much, and it'll mess up a lot of the detail. So if I miss stuff, let me know. Otherwise, Simplify as you like. I have a lot of head stuff. As I read, it was good to have a lot of upper body interests, as people would mostly be seeing my top half on stream. I see. That makes sense. That's true. I think I'll simplify mostly in the proportion sense, if that makes sense. Very chibi proportions. Things squished and exaggerated at points. Chibi is adorable. Oh, I very much love drawing chibi style as well. It's, I feel for me at least, really helpful in drawing things that are very expressive. Let me get your hood. I'm trying to, yeah, I'm gonna have to. I think this is where I might simplify some things in regards to the shape of your tail. I'll capture the two layers of fur. I don't think I'll be too precise about how that looks. I have a mental image that's not. It's not fully panning out right now. Give me a minute. Let me see. Let me just change the canvas size as well. Hmm. I think this angle works nicely, actually. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit more what I had in mind. It's just this part. Hmm. Yeah, I was thinking a more fox-like, fox-like look and vibe to it would be pretty cool. A bit different in vibe as well from God Blast. Oops. Oh, let me. There we go. Looks so cool already. Nice. Get the shape of this. Right. I think we'll use this as the cut off. Vibes. I'm going for vibes and expression with these. No need to be super clean with them. As it comes along, I might fix something on the tail, like this, but I'm trying to visualize what that would look like coming out of nowhere in a sense, because I'm not gonna be including the bottom half of your body, so really, okay, we'll let our hood drape. There we go. Tidy this up a little bit. Oops, where did my... Okay. See, I'm wondering if I should use a different pencil brush in, oops, to color in the... What is nice actually? If not, it's lagging a little. I think actually this would be really cute to color in any small bits that I wanted to color. Just really to give that sketch look a bit more texture. To be fair, I really love the brush I'm using right now. It has really good texture, but for a flat that I'm not going to render much more. I think a more textured brush is really nice. Kuva, what did you get at the con? I went there and got fish. Okay, there was really one thing that I went to the con wanting. It was a art book by the artist Ichigo Warano, and I did get it. I got the recent one, the 2025, I think. Yeah, 2025 book. Was a bit expensive, things considered, but I don't know. I've loved her art for a really long time, and I think it's worth it. I love art books. It's so pretty and watercolory. Glad you like it. Let's see. Yes. Okay. I'll do in more yellows. Bit light here, so it's a bit hard to see. But okay, and I think this works for highlights. Hold on. I changed the display uh, color display on my second monitor, and it's okay. There we go. A lot better. My auto night light thing. I don't know if you guys have it on your electronic devices, where it gives you like a blue light filter automatically. Past a certain time, it just kicked on. It threw me off. But yeah, okay. I think this is some bits. Oops. Up. Hmm. It's a bit difficult to go back on this texture if I filled in parts I didn't want to fill in. Oops. Oops. Wait, let me see if I can fill this in. Ooh, without having to get rid of a lot of the color. It's a bit difficult to blend out as well. Yikes. So be it, I'll color in a bit more. Also, Rowlet, when you say all you got was fish, no, not all you got, but you went there and got fish. I will presume, I saw a good number of fish sticker sheets, or like just fish stickers. I will presume it's one of them. And you did not get animal fish. But yeah, I got the art book by Ichigo Warano. Fish keychains. Oh, that's cute. Real, yes, real animal fish. It was the convention you are talking about was, in fact, a farmer's market. Okay, there we go. Kokone, I hope you like it. Let me visually lighten some of the line art, all the inside lines. I think it would work a bit better. She beautiful. Nice. Glad you like it. Okay, yeah, let me... Trout and salmon. They were definitely selling trout and salmon at the anime con. for you and Okina, definitely. Grabby hands. I mean, I mean, sorry if you're gonna start hearing fan noises. I just amped it up a little higher. It's nice and cold outside now, but because it's raining-ish, I did shut my windows. And also because when it does rain, bugs like to come inside my window because I leave the... What's that word? Okay. Bugs like to come into my room because I think they think my ceiling light looks like the moon. But yeah, let's go. Let's go. Hell yeah. Happy with this. I will send it to you on Discord as well. Yeah, I'll post it on Twitter, post stream. Any in anime stands for animal. It so does, okay now. You're so right about that. What else did I get? I got this really nice, I think B6 sticker sheet of a bunch of leaves from different trees, and they are arranged by color, so it's like bright green going down to like yellow and orange. Love it very much. Me and my friends split the cost of a bunch of what's that word? Fandom stickers. They are HSR and Hoyo ones. I cannot remember the name of the artist for those two off the top of my head, so I'll have to get back to you guys about that. Let me save this first. But yeah, we have previous stickers from that artist, sorry, who did the Hoyo, and I don't remember the other fandoms, but they had Hoyo stickers. He had previous stuff. The quality of the stickers are really good, so we like them. And this time round, the artist had Gallagher stuff. I fucking love that. Anyway, they had new stuff. They had Woodhill and Gallagher, and then my friend got Finan and Mide, and then Mighty, and then we would get a discount if we bought 5. So we were looking through stuff, and their Herta sticker was really nice. Big Herta sticker was really nice, and we got one of those. Mix of HSR, K-pop Demon Hunter, Apothecary Diaries. Oh, nice. Oh yeah, there was a surprisingly okay. I was expecting quite a bit more K-pop Demon Hunters actually, because my friend was telling me over in the Philippines it's huge, but that's also in part because there was a full Tagalog dub, sorry, including of all the songs, which that's really cool. Okay, the I've pulled it out. The leaf stickers are by an artist named Poloid, PO.LOID. I can link their Instagram in a little bit. You guys can hear me unwrapping the stickers just to double check. Yeah. And ASMR. Yeah. Convention spelling ASMR. I've kind of resolved myself to stop, not stop, but to buy a lot less fandom stuff and to get more original works, especially print as in like zines, art books, etc. Comics especially. I love comics, and I still allow fandom stuff, of course, prioritizing comics and print work. But that's my main priority at cons. Something that I've been rotating in my head actually is the idea of a Singapore indie comic database. So I don't know if you guys have seen ACG Events Masters on Instagram, but that's a person that collates stats about all of this ACG events in Singapore and regional as well. I think sometimes he will do stats for Taiwanese conventions, if I'm not wrong. But he has a very nice database of a lot of the active boothing artists in Singapore and what they sell. And it's very simple. It's just literally a big Excel sheet. Nothing like fancy, no custom database, etc. I was thinking of something similar for indie published comics. Maybe graphic novels as well. Probably not picture books, probably not zines, cause those two kind of very slightly different niche. And there are a lot of things that serve indie zines. They're not huge, but there are platforms for that. I haven't dug around yet, but I don't think there is one platform that collates Singapore's original independently published comics. So yeah, if I got the what's that word headspace for it, I might set up a Excel sheet or something for it, and then start hunting down people who publish indie comics, be it on paper or online. Okay, I need to stop worrying about this. I'm happy with how it looks. Little bit more tweaks. Based on like the collection I have, based on who's at cons. And then input their data and get them to input friends' data. So some people might not be in the this is yeah. For any of you who might have missed it previously, this is the other examples of what the doodles would be. But yeah, this is the first live one we've done, actually. Thanks, Kokone. Thanks for the redeem. This was a lot of fun. If I forgot to send it to you, remind me. But yeah, I'll fire it off as a saved file at the end of stream. Yeah. Okay. Lovely. Don't have yet? No? What? Sorry, I must have forgotten what that is in reply to. Okay, what? Last week. I keep saying this. Last week. You asked if you sent it? Oh. Ooh, okay. I wasn't saying I might probably send it off after stream, but okay, let me send it first. I'll post it after stream. Okay. Yeah, this is okay. You guys can look at this. This is Rumia Toho project. Misunderstood? I see. No worries about it. I feel like I'm tired and speaking quickly and slurring my words a bit more than I usually do. Let me get it off in Discord. And my mic's sensitive for everything but my own voice again. I need to check back in on PNG Tuber to see if it's picking up my mouth opening even. Or if it's just picking up fan noises. Leaves on your head are wilting. EP time? uh, I should have a toggle that makes my leaves like wilt. Not wilt. Like they turn a bit more like yellowish. And all that. The eepier I get to indicate energy levels. That's actually so funny. I've been working on this. I was working on this a little this morning. I'm not super happy with how it looks. Something feels off. She's meant to be a little bit creepy, so it's fine. The eyes isn't like that. Face expression is mostly okay. I need to figure out toggles. What program are you on actually? Are you using you're using PNG Tuber Plus or something else? I could lightly advise VideoTube. Ah, okay. Apologies then. I cannot help with that. But at the very least for the it's very low PC use. That's good to hear. I might maybe I should look into that. I think that would be helpful for me. To be fair, I think PNG Tuber Plus isn't super bad either. When that day during the map Okina collab, mad as in impromptu. You have VideoTube? You can have gifts. Oh, I see. I think PNG Tuber Plus was not any one of my concerns when I had like 50 things running. I could look into it. That's how your tail works. I see. You learned how to set it up because she was hiding the fact she was making my model. Oh my god. So you thought you'd have to. Oh right, you initially thought you'd just have a PNG, right? Because Ash did not tell you you would be a rigged live 2D thing. You have a simple PNG tuber. I see. PNG tuber remix was too much for my laptop. Oh, okay. I've not looked into that one either. I'll be so honest, I didn't look very deeply into my options I just saw that PNG Tuber Plus was like free and relatively beginner friendly. And I was like, sick, sure, I'll use that. And I've just never looked back. It's worked, so I haven't thought of fixing it, changing it. Yeah. Not broken. Why fix, basically? It's pretty much like the least of my concerns when I'm running a stream, so that's good. If anything, if VideoTube is better at noise sensitivity, there's no noise cancellation in PNG Tuber Plus, so that's why it's very happy to make me open my mouth when my mic picks up my fat. So, I'll see, I'll see. Maybe I do need to switch things up. I can recommend Vito, though I think you have more options in PNG Tuber. I see. I'll see, yeah, what the options are. I'm not sure if you can have GIFs inside. I think you can, actually. In PNG Tuber Plus, you can upload sprites and you can have them on a frame animation cycle. I had it for a previous iteration of my model. So I had 4 different frames for open mouth trigger. So it would cycle through, like, let's say an O, big O, small O, like this happy face and like a E kind of like shape. And it would just cycle. And if you're not paying attention, it looked like it matched what I was saying. The mic peaks has a slider, so it won't make talk until our noise threshold is met. Yeah, same for PNG Tuber Plus. Yeah, it's just noise threshold there includes my ambient noise because there's no built-in noise cancellation. So yeah, sometimes I'm quiet, but my mouth is going wild because it's picking up my fan, but OBS is cancelling it out, so it's fine. Okay. I think Rumia's line art is fine. I'll fix this leg. There's also, you guys can see my hand move, right? Like the hand, my right hand holding the pencil. That is a part of, like, one of PNG Tuber Plus's inbuilt like features where you can change the XY coordinates, basically, of a sprite on screen. So people can make like something float around behind them. I could actually give my ahoge a permanent wiggle because you can set a like idle rotation, basically. But I don't know, I didn't like the physics of it. So it's just my hand that's moving. I wouldn't say physics of it, more like it felt weird having the whole hair stem rotate in one go without like the top part of it like moving, not separately, if that makes sense, but gravity and whatnot would affect the whole huge ahoge a bit differently, and I felt that it looked a bit awkward, so I just switched it off. Video is much simpler, I see, but it works. A lot of these are bells and whistles. If you want a model that talks, Fido sounds good for it. Okay, okay. I didn't. Something is like really off this side. It's very stiff. I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. Let me just duplicate it so I can like erase a whole bunch. I feel like our hair should like go out like that, but I couldn't really figure out the physics of that. I don't know. Maybe I did this too quickly. Sometimes when I try to rush through work, not gonna eat dinner. Have a good dinner, okay, nah. Hope you enjoy your dinner. Eat well. But yeah, I was. Sometimes when I rush through things as well, like when I rush through things and I judge work based on whether or not it looks like, let's say, anatomically correct, logically correct, rather than vibes. It ends up like looking okay but super stiff. I think that's what ended up here. That's why I'm not super happy with it. Same thing with Aston's Excel's hair. Over here, I'm like okay with it. Some parts of it look really stiff and I can't figure out what I needed to change. I've tweaked bits of it. I think it's fine now. Once I color it in, I think the natural shape of things will become like shade it in, sorry. Natural shape of things will become a bit more apparent. I'll judge it again based off that. I review my squirrel 4 times, so I get it. I see. Yeah, it happens. Redraw stuff so much. It's come to a point where now I have like a study phase of things where I expect my first draft of someone new, right? Like a character that I've never really drawn before. I allow myself a couple like sketches, drafts to get used to what they look like, to make sense of their shape, especially when it comes to Hoyoverse characters or just generally complex designs. Sometimes I really need to like be able to simplify their shapes and work out like how pieces and patterns connect. And I never get that right on the first try ever, so give myself a bit of time to work that out. Warm up your hand and get your eye in? Yeah, pretty much. No harm. It took me years to come to terms with that. That like my first drafts will not be good or perfect. Like I expect it out of like fine art stuff, right? I used to do acrylic and watercolor painting, and then I was really used to practicing stuff, having draft sketches, trying out colors. And I don't know why in my head that principle never applied to like digital art. In my head, digital art was always like the fast option. Not say easy option, but much easier than traditional art. I am by nature a very clumsy, very hasty man. So doing traditional art felt, how do I say? I liked it. I like watercolors and acrylics because those let me go super fast. I could just like take a brush to a page and fill it out basically super quickly. As opposed to something like color pencils, which I really dislike. It's fun for doing bullshit, but I could never get like rich, solid colors out of color pencils because I had no patience basically to use them. But yeah, the flow of digital art suit me a lot better. But then I also forego all the things I learned from traditional art and the process of it, so haha, that's funny. I'm getting better at it now though. Hmm. Now the line width of her bangs look like really unmatched with the rest of her hair. Oh god, this is also something that took me so long to figure out, and it took me studying quite a few other digital artists that I really like. But being able to vary line weight for different parts of the piece in a way that made sense took me quite a lot of time to get a hang of. But now that I have, I'm very happy with it. I think it's truly one of the things that makes my past tense, my lineup a lot better. You have no idea how to do that yet. It happens. It comes with what's that word? Practice and whatnot. For me, what works for me and my style is internal and external lines. So like this one isn't a super good piece because it's meant to be like relatively bolded lines anyway, but it's still a bit more obvious. Let's say just on this bow, the shirt, sorry. Something like the bow, it's a lot more light. Let's say 12 point on the bow versus 15 point on the outside of the shirt. I like to use line weight to indicate where big shapes start and basic, if that makes sense. Small detail, lighter opacity, lighter weight, the borders of things. I think I draw with too small a pen at the moment, like 5 pixel. When I did the Paper Mario com, I used 17 and it looked much smoother. Ah, that that could be, yeah, that could be the case as well. Smoother or not? Ah, yeah, thicker lines definitely help with making things look smooth. For some people, if your strokes are confident, I know people who can't use thick lines because they do have like tendencies to overcorrect. So like yeah, you can see if there's like strange feathered edges of thick lines. They have like the urge to overcorrect it. I get it. Me too. Me too. Having a thin line makes things look a bit more consistent. I don't know, it's experimentation, etc. I've stopped thinking about a lot of things for a long time and then I had to start streaming and then not dictate, what's that word? Narrate, yes. Narrate what I'm doing basically. I don't have to, but if I can't think of what else to say, it's easiest thing to say. Okay, this is fine. That's usually what I say before I notice something horribly wrong. I don't like, hold on. I'm just gonna get rid of the line between her face and ears. I'll say, I fucking love thick lines, but like, my tendency is to use thinner lines in commissions. So as opposed to like the general 15 pixel that I use for chibis and my own bullshit, any colored sketches basically, I end up using around 12, 15 pixels. Mm, work is over. Yay! I'm gonna put you on my TV. Kuva news. Oh, oh my god. Okay, oh no, this is gonna this is a joke for the Singaporeans, but like I'm gonna I should start a news channel called the Kuva News Network, and then we can blast K and N in huge bold letters behind me. Hello everyone. Welcome home from work. You're tuning in to KNN. For the non-Singaporeans or non-GBTV, I'm not sure what that means. The joke here is KNN is an abbreviation for swear words, a particular set of swear words. I don't remember what language it's from. I think Hokkien. Do I want to translate it? God blast TV. That's very funny. That's very good. God blast can be my sign out motto. It's like the Truman Show where it's like good morning, good night or something. I don't know. I don't know. We haven't watched it in ages, but I know he has a like good night catch line kind of thing. Forgive me. I can't think of news channels with taglines. God bless can be the tagline. Hey, and am I really gonna do this? No, I am. I have an agenda to spread Singapore culture to the rest of the world. It's my civic duty. Alas, all I care about spreading is the bullshit. KNN. In text, it's short for Kanina, which means fuck your moms. So Kuva News Network. Sorry, that's I'm having a great idea right now. It's like I'm just imagining the so like when reporters swarm around a guy and they've got mics held up to like a person's face and the mics have the logo of the news channel on it, and I just like hold up the KNN mic to someone I really don't like. Lovely, lovely. Ooh, I just realized I didn't read the earlier message out about Control Z and Transform on digital. That's so real though. I love Control Z and Transform. Very handy tools. At one point in, I think, COVID years, I was trying to train myself to have better hand eye, like hit to paper. Fuck if I know how to describe it. But I wanted to get better at drawing what I thought and drawing what I saw, especially drawing what I saw. At that time, I had a really severe lean to all of my works. Like, they would all be leaning like slightly left or right. Usually this way, leaning left. Yes, left. So I was trying to do a lot more traditional studies to get that fixed. Because I can't transform on paper. Yeah, good tool, good tool. I want to make sure not to over rely on stuff. I will say, one of the best things in the world is the hue saturation and brightness slider. In Clip Studio Paint, it's under transform and edit transform. Yes, under somewhere there. I have a shortcut for it, so I forgot, but let's go back to this. It means that if I've decided suddenly that I really don't think this particular shade of orange fits the vibe of the piece, I can go into hue saturation, luminosity, and yeah, fix it. So convenient. The closest thing I had to that on traditional art was simply going over something with another color, especially on watercolor, and just praying that it worked. Okay, no, I still stress original color is good. Her skin though, her skin. I might need. Oh, oops. I was thinking I want this to be relatively neutral, all things considered, and then the lighting will make things cool and warm. The shadow will be cool, lighting very warm. This one, she's the one that I need to tweak. I made her colors way too warm. She's a bit creepy of a character in this interpretation. I don't remember if it's canon. I think it is, but she eats people, I think. I give her a very warm tone, just out of habit. I feel like I tend to give characters very warm tones because I like the way it looks. But she should be just a bit more reddish undertones, like cool red undertones, than warm red undertones. You returned from setting up TV. Welcome back. I was just yapping. I don't know if you missed what I said, but I was just yapping about being able to change the hue, saturation, and luminosity of colors, which is one of my like favorite changes from traditional to digital. You guys can see it. It's on a different window, but this is also a side note. Once my mom was watching me draw, once as in years ago, DMU evidence of your television debut. Ooh, that's so cute. Aww. The KNN debut. Thank you. It's very cute. I was just saying, yeah, I was just yapping. Once my mom was watching me draw, and I was like talking a bit about the cool gray, warm gray thing, and how I also apply it to white in characters' clothes. So I'll set like not pure white, but like a light blue, light brown, etc. If I want the rest of it to be like warm or cool. And she was like, whoa, you can do that? It's more than one white? Whoa. Because I guess to her, she knows it intrinsically, right? She likes to sew, she likes to do more traditional arts and crafts, like traditional as in Chinese traditional. So she's got an idea of color theory. It's just that in her head, oops, most things are that are not pure white are some form of grey or cream. And she didn't realize the whole cool grey, warm grey thing was similarly applicable. Does she know about blue red and yellow red? That she does, because she's once okay, what's that word? She likes to wear red, but the very warm autumnal reds. So sometimes when she goes like shopping, she'll be like, oh yeah, I'm like a warm red, not like a cool red. And she can distinguish them. She doesn't call them she doesn't call them blue red and yellow red, but she knows intrinsically. She knows the difference. Same thing with yellows. She knows when yellows lean more orangey mustard or when they lean more like lime-ish. Yeah, it's not the same vocabulary that we use. Very cool. I'm happy with how this looks. Oh, okay. Okay. Last time I was in your stream, I remember, Kokone, you were a bit confused about what's that word? I did the let me oh wow, okay. This is the wrong layer. How I did my base colors. And I would be happy to narrate it again. I do realize there are some things that I have begun to take for granted because they become a very, what's that word, natural part of my process, and I don't like think twice about it. That being the settings for things like my bucket tool. Kuva teacher, yes please. Lovely. Let me fix this real quick. But I'll start now by going through the settings I have on Magic Wand and Bucket Tool. So one thing that I do is, okay, let me change the size of this so you guys can see my layers. They're not named, who cares? Where's my cursor? There we go. Let me make it just a bit bigger so it fills out the frame. But yes, you can still see the layer names. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. Over here, your layout's gonna be, everyone's CSP layout is a bit different. But in the layer section, there is a lighthouse icon. Let me, over here, this one, that sets something as a reference layer. I tend to use that for my lineup. No big deal if you don't use it for yours. But that just means that if you use bucket tool or magic wand, it will only refer to the layers you have selected. I do that just for lineup. Oh, it will only do it for that layer and whatever layer you're on. So now my lineup has been set to reference layer. Let's say I draw this here. I also want this to be, yeah, it's not in the lineup folder, but when I magic wand, then you can see it is being part of like the selection. You can see this here also. What settings the magic wand is on. Now it's set to selection for referred layers. So that means, yeah, it will only look at layers you set to reference. Otherwise, that's all layers. So you can see over here, it has not selected my reference image as well. It's taken everything as reference. Or editing layer only, then it's only going to include the star. Yeah, I select what's outside my lineup. In this case, I've done the lineup very thick. Oops. Okay, I've done it very thick. So there's no corrections I need to make yet. I'm just going in and getting all the things down. So, okay, you can see also here, there's a close gap and tolerance setting. And down here, again, within the settings for the magic wand, there is another way to set it to reference only. If you feel like setting layers as reference may not have worked, it may be because the magic wand itself is on the wrong setting. Bit messy. So be it. I've come to accept it's one of CSP quirks that it will do that. Okay, but I'm doing it again because my tolerance was wrong. If I'm not wrong, higher tolerance means... I need to check somewhere else. Hold on. Cannot verbalize the difference between tolerances. Let's come to this layer. Okay, yes, higher tolerance means it will include more things, basically. Lower tolerance means less, like what it selects. I can't describe it. Yeah, I want it to be just a bit higher. No big issue. But okay. Something else I wanted to do was expand it versus don't expand it. So first one we've got, I'm going to invert and fill up the layer without expanding. Second one, I'm going to expand, then invert. I just realized that there are a lot of people who may have a different process. I should make a YouTube video. Anyway, you guys can't see it, but let me go back to this. At the bottom row, there's a few different options. The fourth one, for me at least, is expand selected area. I usually do by 2 pixels. Then I invert it. I do it once. I just went back to fix something. Yeah, it was my own mistake. I just expand by 2 pixels once. I don't do it twice. I'm just here to show that I shouldn't have erased that habit. Show chat the difference. So let me make the expanded one blue and the non-expanded one pink. I clicked the wrong button. Pink. Let me... Oh! 90 for fish. Thanks for the metal pipe. Thanks for the snap. I am currently doing a base layer... Not base layer. How I do my flats tutorial. But basically the issue I found when I don't expand the layer before I invert is things like this over here. So you can see the pink at the edge of the lineup and like in the small gaps. So later down the line when I color things, example, that's okay, let's here's very obvious, super obvious over here. Yeah, when I save it, basically there's yellow around it. How do I get it to not leave gaps under the lineup? You mean like in this instance, right? That's primarily what I... Oh, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Give me a minute. Yes. Let's see. Let me just check. Let me do what I all over. I think I know what you mean. Let me just try out a different setting path. Let me try something like this. That's this, right? This is what you mean. There's gaps between the where you fill and the lineup, like extremely obviously. Yes? Ooh, okay, ad break. I hope everyone else get a good rest, get some water, stretch your legs. I should have said that before the ad started. But okay, I think you could try a few different things. One issue might be over here. So you can see there is a option called area scaling. Sorry, let me set it back down. Just now when I had this issue, area scaling was set to 0. Area scaling, when you set it before you select something, but it works a little bit like expanding the selection. It goes about, it's set to 2 right now, then it will go 2 pixels bigger. It doesn't fully solve the problem, right? There's still quite a lot of white lines. But for thinner lines, that tends to help. Otherwise, I also do the expansion by a few pixels. So you can see then that has covered up the wrinkle on her skirt basically. So when I fill it again, a lot of the gaps are gone. That's the things I tweak basically. Some things just can't be helped. Some lines are too thick, like this one over here. It didn't get caught by the area scaling or expansion, so I just draw it. I just fill it back in by hand. Yeah, it happens. That might help. I hope it does. I have that issue as well, but generally I do just go back and expand things or fill it in by hand. Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's any other reasons why it would do that. You've been doing it all by hand until now, I see. But yeah, even when you go back and fill things in by hand, like let's say, I know a very common method, for example, is to like trace the outside line with like a bigger brush. But it's just, it can be messy. And then you go to your bucket tool, refer only to editing layer, increase area scaling a lot, and then fill it in. And then like, so you can see little white pixel up here. Even though area scaling on bucket tool was at 10, that's huge. It still misses things. That if you go back to bucket tool, there should be an option for paint unfilled area. Yeah, you can go over things like that in like a white brush and generally fill it in. It's not perfect. We can see this corner, yeah, very small, didn't get filled. Because my tolerance was way too high. We need to be a bit more intolerant. No, 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 joke, joke, joke. Anyway, yeah. It's a lot of things come a bit more intuitively once you play around with the settings. But things like area scaling, and tolerance tend to be the culprits behind strange like gaps, etc. Okay, let me hide this. We don't need it now. But yeah, when I don't expand, I just find that the color leaks are very obvious. It's not perfect, same thing. But yeah. Okay, I now just going to. I feel like there was a way to. Definitely a way to erase stray bits like that. It's not coming to mind. I generally just go back in with a normal eraser and yeah, do those by hand. That's mostly it. Let me not stop getting distracted. So I'll fill in the skin color. Okay, and then we get to the inside shapes. Now I want to color in her hair. Two ways about it. Okay, let me get her hair color. One thing, there's this tool called lasso fill. I think normally it's under selection area. Otherwise, it's under bucket fill. I, long time ago, pulled it out to be its own sub-tool on my toolbar because I use it so much. I cannot remember where it came from. Sometimes like this big, easy lines, if it's a strange shape, I use lasso tool and go over. Otherwise, I use regular lasso and form selections with it. You can use selection pen as well or something like polyline. I know polyline is quite common. Especially if you've got thick lines, then you don't have to be super precise. And yeah, selection pen, popular use for like small gaps, let's say like this. And then when this happens, when I fill in this layer, the important thing is that my bucket is referring only to editing layer. So it only cares about the selection. If I don't, right, if it refers to other layers, so the lineup basically, then we are going to have to do it section by section, and then we are going to get gaps like these basically. And then that, like, it's just trouble. It's trouble. It's a extra step. So over here, down here, this fill button will ignore, it will only refer to this layer. It will auto ignore the other selection, sorry. So yeah, it's faster to use the toolbar fill. Hacks, yeah, hacks. Years of struggling with digital art makes you find a flow that works. Yeah. Otherwise, if it's like super clean lines like the hair, and like I don't care that much. Not don't care. I don't need to be so precise. I can also just magic one, expand by 2, fill, call it a day. It works sometimes. Sometimes it doesn't. For more delicate shapes, it doesn't. Not delicate shapes, but like feathery lines, thin feathery lines. Usually that doesn't work. That's where selection panel, the lasso tool comes in handy. Yeah. I'll be here. The floor is now open to questions, class. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else that I needed. Yeah, okay. Kokone was here when I was talking about clipping layers onto layers. Oops. So folks in chat may not have been, but basically why I do the base layer first is so I can clip all the other layers to it. When I unclip hair, you will see that the selection has gone way out of the shape. But then, cause it's clipped to the base layer, I don't need to worry about it bleeding off that side, only on the inside of her face. Okay. What did I do here? Yeah, okay. I'm deleting the red layer now. Kuva teacher question. What is it? Ask away. Oops. I apologize if I misunderstood the paw. Not as asking a question, but as grabbing. Why do I have different lineup layers? Oh, good question. It's okay. For me, I found that it is a lot easier for when I want to do bullshit. No, that's not right. Okay. For example, I feel like the head of it was your hand up. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I did think you were grabbing. If I find the shape of her head weird and I want to adjust it wholesale, I can just like shift her hair individually. Even easier, I can press Ctrl to specifically select the hair lineup and the hair base color and move them all together. Actually, I like that arrangement. I like that adjustment. Damn, I'm not changing it. Yeah, it's just a convenience. And also, cause I like to go back and color in lineup, right? So there's this lock transparent pixels button up here. I like to hit that and I like to color in my lineup. And it helps not having to worry about like coloring her ear red, basically. But due to my own weird habits, I also like to color all the lines together. We can ignore that. You can do that with 2 layers. Yes. If you press shift, you can select all like wait, let's say you start layer 6, you can press shift down here and it will select all the layers in between them. But if you press Control, you can just select those 2 layers only. How do you color line up? 2 ways about it. First one is to lock transparent pixels. You can see in the toolbar up here. Is this lock with the hex? Lock transparent pixels. It means basically you will now only begin to affect the non-transparent pixels, what you've already drawn. Then you can select that on your lineup layer and go over it with the color you want. Other solution, which I prefer, but it adds more layers. Some computers don't like that. Some are fine with it. You create a new layer, you click on it, and then you color. I like this one a lot more because I don't color. Let me just pull up one of my journals here. Let's look at journal, right? She's here because I need up the size proportion. But you can see I drew the hair on the same hair lineup on the same layer. The outside is a dark blue, inside is a light blue. This dark blue is shared with the rest of the... Oh wow, I fucked this up. Anyway, it's shared with the rest of her body. Actually, what I like to do nowadays is to click on the whole lineup layer. It makes my job a bit more difficult because I need to be more precise. But then that also means when I want to change the base lineup layer, right? So where did the blue come from? Where did this come from? Oh no. What was I doing? It introduces problems. You can tell. You can end up... How? It's literally the only thing on this layer. Anyway, yeah, it can give you more trouble. So be it. I think, okay, there's ways around it. I'll get to that later. What I really like to do now is to do 2 layers. So like, let's say I do this. I don't like the dark brown. I want, let's say, like a dark purple instead. And then I can just go in and fill it. And I get that different base lineups, so to speak. Now we play the pixel, find the pixel layer. Real. 2 things actually. Okay, let me do this, right? Let me do this. If you got a pixel and there's nothing above it, if you hold Control and click on it, it will show you where it is. So the thing is, you can see it went here. That's what I mean by if there's nothing above it. There's something above it. It's this gigantic fucking bubble. We have to hide it first, sadly. We press Control, we click on it. It showed me that dot was in the hair layer. And then we delete it. Like, not delete it. We can erase it. And we don't have to keep hunting. However, if let's say you are lazy as hell and you don't care about the purple, right? You blew our minds. If I was already sub, this would have converted me. It sounds, I know it's a typo. It sounds a bit threatening. Tutorial so as I dispute credit card charges. Anyway. I was like, oh fuck, wrong button. If I was like lazy and I didn't want to, hey, like, let's say, right, this happens to me so much. I have 3 different layers of effects, and that's like 3 to 5 things I have to hide before I can successfully click on this. Otherwise, it's gonna like bounce between these layers. But I don't actually want anything out here, right? I don't even want the word expanded. And the big purple overlay won't affect that part. or I'm willing to hide parts that will be affected, you can go to eraser and you click multiple layers, and wherever on the page, wherever on the canvas you are, whatever layer, it will get rid of it. Gone. No more hunt. Gone. I want her eyes to be transparent. I can make it gone. I can. It will just cut where there is like exactly mega delete. Wherever there's like artwork, it will just cut. But for stray pixels, it helps. One more thing that helps with strays. This is more important, I think. Okay, where I use it the most is. Let me just. Oh, one more thing. Oh, okay. This is very important. Life-changing, if you ask me. If you hold Control and Shift at the same time, you will select what's there. So you can see I have selected just the lineup. Control Shift, click. There it is. Control Shift, click. That's the whole character shape. Lineup included. Something I like to do is, you can see for Cherno, she has a white outline. How I do that? I just select the whole shape of what I want to be selected. I create a new layer. Then I fill it in. Any color works. White is good for my purposes. And you can see over here there is something called border effect. I click it on and yeah, okay, it's at 3 now. I usually make it a bit bigger. I'll put it behind so you can see. There we go, white outline. Oh no, look at that. There's some bullshit. Two things, same thing. Erase multiple layers. Gets rid of it here and on the lineup layer. Very helpful if I want a clean transparent. That's for the big obvious ones. But then you come down here, and the edge of her skirt is crusty. Even though the lineup doesn't look crusty, what do you do? Can you see it? Oh, you can't. Okay, but let me screenshot it then. There we go. Let me make it bigger. Make it bigger and not on her head, behind her head. On your toolbar filter. If you didn't live halfway around the world, I would hug you. I've learned so much. Aww. No worries. Happy to help. Reiki, if we are ever free at the same time and you ever wanted to do like a tutorial call or something, I'd be down. Or those kind of like what I did with Okina, the random ass art collab call. Anything goes. But yeah. Correction, remove dust works with things like lineup layers. I love it on the white outline effect layers. Because then when I do it, you guys can't see the settings. But I have it to remove a very high dust size. And you can see now, it's a lot cleaner. So like, before, after, crust gone. Teacher Kuva collab, yes, sign me up. Hell yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Whenever, I feel like we are fortunately awake and live at similar times. Half the time, nothing wrong with it. You go live like 15 minutes before I go to bed. Like, I'm not sure what time it is for you, but it's my midnight. I'm tucked in. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, I'm now just fixing a bit of stuff that pops up once I adjust layers. Yeah. If you have any burning Clip Studio Paint questions, you could always text me. I'll save it for collab. Sometimes it turns out there are words for things that you didn't realize. How do I say? Sometimes like, okay, before I realized there was a built-in border effect tool, I would type in things like how to get automatic white outline Clip Studio Paint. And that one is easy. People online understood. Some other things people don't understand. It's almost 4 p.m. for you. Oh, okay. That means it'll be your 6 p.m. 5 p.m. 6 p.m. Yeah, my midnight is your 6 p.m. Yes. Yeah. That be. We can discuss what we want to collab on next time. Otherwise, tutorial stream very cute, actually. Wow. Hold on. You guys can hear that. You guys can hear very faintly when I lean back and my chair creaks. That's funny. Delightful. Yay? Yeah. Yay. Okay. I think that's most of it, I think. Yay, indeed. Yeah. I'm... You heard it? It's okay. I didn't want to. I was like really worried it would. It sounds a bit like a fart. Let's just be real. It sounds a bit like it. I was so worried. I do the no guys. I swear I didn't fart. It's my chair. I can replicate it. And I tried, and no one would hear it. It'd be so funny. It happens a few times now, so okay. What's I gonna do? Yeah, some bits of the hair. Oops, unfilled in. What's chair fart emote when? Oh no. High key, that would be a really funny sound redeem. Along the lines of just like making my ambient noise sound redeems. Chair fart would be a really funny one. This is a silly thing. I don't know if you guys get it. I think I'm falling sick and the pressure in my ears is very silly. Like I feel the pressure in my ears increasing throughout the day, and then I'll do a big yawn and then it fixes itself. And suddenly I'm hearing things at like almost like 1 point like 2 times as clear as they were before. Okay. Another thing, this is intuitive to me. For some people, it may not be super intuitive, but it's how you order your layers even when you color things. Always remember that layers on top will hide layers below. So if you are lazy for real, like this, I don't have to clean up where the red, right, where her eyeballs, what's that word? Where her eye color will go. That's my base color. Here it is. Because once you create a new layer, gone, white's gone. I feel like I've been doing it like a paper doll. That works. That works. Actually, that's quite common now as well. It's like not okay. It's not how I always do it. Start at the back and move forward. Yeah. Yeah, that works. That's basically what I do as well. Yeah, skin first and it goes up. But what you meant? Okay, this is fun. I'm just gonna create a new layer. Not layer, sorry. Canvas. Because I really love this new digital meta. I've done it a couple of times, but like people draw like, let's say, anime go A, and they end up doing things a bit like a VTuber model. So like, let's say they've got the hair and bangs, but she's got a cool hat and she's drinking a cool drink. They will make whole separate layers for all of these things. This is good. Maybe I should stream with my CSP this size so everyone can see the layers. Actually, this is quite cool. And then they're like, yeah, I can basically look as hat. I've seen now it's really common to do something like this, especially people who paint more than they do lineup. Yeah. More so if you paint actually. And you can work on the individual shapes, etc. This is touhou. This is a touhou remix, but it sounds like stock music, like elevator music. It's very cute. Yeah, and then they do it this kind of paper doll. So I'm skipping it. And so they're like, oh shit, my head looks a bit funny. And then they can just like rotate all of it rather than have to go and cut up. She looks like Wakana Shiki, as the normies call her, cookies and cream. Doesn't it? Hold on. She's about to fucking Nanigatsukimi. Yeah, I really like it. I've done it sometimes, usually for hands. I'm so right. Oh my god. it's just Shiki. Even down to which side of her hair is the longer one. That's funny. Oops. Anyway, what was I say? Oh yeah, this is what I thought you meant when you said paper doll. I should try it out. I think I would like it. And then it's like really fun if you want to like animate. You can just like drag stuff around like that. That's cute actually. I should try more. Okay. But for now I don't usually have intentions to animate stuff, so no need to do it yet. I should animate my things, honestly. Yippee. Oh god, okay, all of you had a yawn. Great. Kuva yawn. Kuva did yawn. Oh, thanks for the bits. Oh, thank you. You forgot I had bits. Thank you. Very sweet of you. Would eepy but cool down? Oh, I should. What would happen if I got rid of yippee cooldown? I know the answer. I've been on an Okina stream where she forgot to off cooldown for Was it? Oh my god, my memory is playing tricks on me. I wasn't there when it happened. I heard the legends pass down of the stream where she forgot to off cooldown for hydrate, and people in chat tried to drown her. Basically, I know what would happen. But I would also be there, yipping until I ran out of lotus seeds. I'm gonna get ready to stream to stream myself now. Nice! Lovely, lovely. Thanks for the luck, Kokone. Have a good stream. Oh, this is also just habit for me. Nothing, what's that word? Like nothing particularly important. I like to fully color the eyes before I do most of the other coloring. Just cause I like that it like makes the character feel alive, and I like to kind of determine maybe where they're looking if I can. Cause sometimes that affects things like lighting or where I put focus on a piece. I didn't plan to talk very much today, unless I am. I should skip class tomorrow. Not for fun. If anyone missed the earlier part of stream, I think I'm coming down with some kind of illness. I was at a convention this weekend. I have a feeling I caught something there. If not, it made an existing issue worse. I've been very physically tired for no reason yesterday and all of today. No, yeah, it happens. I usually wear a mask. I forgot. Oh, hi Vivi. Thanks for the snack. Yeah, my throat's a bit scratchy. I've been physically tired. I'm wondering if I'm not feeling better tomorrow, I might take the day off from class. I don't like to. I really don't like to. Especially for that class, I like it. I like the content. I like the way the professor teaches. I like my group mates. Get well soon. Thank you. I'm very lost when I don't have someone explaining the content to me. It's always good to prioritize one's well-being when one isn't feeling well. It is. It is. But it's like the battle between my physical well-being versus mentally wanting to do something and feeling a bit like, what's that word? Like it's a bit of a waste to not be there for class. I think actually a better compromise is for me not to do any of my pre-class work. Because usually I will wake up earlier for that. I might sleep in. I'll just forgo tomorrow's pre-class work, but then I'll be marked for attendance, and that's good as well. I'll see how it goes. I'll see what I'm feeling tomorrow. If I wake up spry and energetic, I'll bullshit out some of my pre-class work. It won't be good, but I'll have done it. And then I'll go for class. And if I'm not well, I don't have to do either. I, hmm. I changed up very slightly how I draw eyes recently. Not that recent. Within the past like 4 months. I need to drink water, hold on. The throat's fucked. Yeah, I changed up slightly how I draw eyes. You know what? Hold on. All of you, hydrate also. I already did it. I have warm water with me. Very yummy warm water. All of you drink up. Yeah, but I'm wondering if I should change it more. I'm quite happy with how it looks. I feel like there's a new eye meta. This sounds fucking insane. I'm like stuck in the past on how people draw eyes. I feel like there's a new eye meta, which I'm missing out on. It's not just the shaped pupils, which is very cute. It's more of a character design thing. No, what's that word? I feel no urgency to have funnily shaped pupils. Leaf shape would be cute. Nahida, like you know how like Nahida Genshin Impact has flowers in her eyes. It's so fucking cute. I think leaf shapes would be cute, but then I feel also it will end up looking like a cat's eye. Eyes are so varied. They are really pretty. But yeah, I don't know. I need to study how people paint eyes. When I started learning anime art and digital art, I studied so many eyes. Fucking loved it. One of my favorite things to like just like draw on repeat. Like, you know the meme of you were taught this in school, you were just drawing anime eyes. That was me. That was me. Oh, I'm having not flashbacks, but okay. I'm having flashbacks to a tutorial on coloring eyes I watched years ago that looked a lot like this in terms of like where they add the highlights. Huh. Oh, her eyes might be a bit too far apart. I'll deal with that later. As it is now. I like how they are turning out. Red eyes are so much fun to color. This is not a dig on anyone or anything. I feel like yellow eyes tend to be quite difficult to color sometimes, just because yellow is already a very bright color. Sometimes if you want extra highlights, it doesn't show up super well, but that depends on how you color the eyes. I struggle with yellow sometimes, but red is fun. Oh god, someone could argue that they're brown. Oh, anyway. Most people depict it as red nowadays, so I feel like I used to start out my touhou chibis. Yeah, oh no, I drew really simple eyes. Is it funny if her eyes are so detailed? I think it is. I think it is. I think you need to fucking pierce into your soul. That's the fun of her character. Not canonically. She's a very goofy character. I love her. Okay, she's the first stage boss of the sixth game, which is unintuitively the game that most people play first. Because the first five aren't actually playable on Windows. So she's the first boss that most people encounters. So she's written to be extremely weak. She is very weak when you fight her. Her special yokai power is that she can create darkness. So in bright daytime, you can see a dark shadow floating across the sky, and it's her. Ooh. Thing is, if she creates a sphere of darkness, she only has enough power to create that sphere around her. But then that means it's dark for her and then she can't see out of it. So she can and will bump into shit. Extremely funny. One of the funniest takes on darkness powers, maybe. She ranked very highly in the touhou popularity poll. I get it, she's very prominent in fan work, a bit annoying, but I get it. Okay, I might fill out the base layer for her and then go to bed. I'm getting tired. And I'll need to make the decision whether or not I want to go to class tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna put the thing back to full size now. I think we don't need to see layers anymore. My throat's getting quite scratched up. I might end stream earlier than intended. We'll see about it. One more thing, not majorly important. Sometimes for colors, like, let's say, just like white, right? Where they don't, what's that word? They don't have good contrast with the background or whatever, but I still want to check whether or not there's any strange gaps. I just fill it in another color, then I can see, get line up gaps like that and fill them back in. Then I'll just fill them back in with the opacity lock. Yeah. Oops. I'm gonna make this a slightly cooler brown. It's meant to be, what's that word? Like, black. But I don't want it to be fully black, so we can get that definition in the shading. Oh, for shoes as well, I forgot. The design is so simple. It's like really cute. Oh, for lack of a better word, it's so touhou. It's truly one of these designs I think of when I think of touhou, even though they're really good now. Like, I feel like Zoon's character designs only get stronger and a lot more unique. But I think the early ones as well, which are pretty simple, they're very iconic. Okay, we are done with her base layer. It looks like she's wearing shopping bags for shoes. Do I want to fix it? Do I want to fix it? I could fix it. Let's fix it. This layer is mirror. Oh fuck. This layer is mirrored, but I just remembered I did some edits to the shoes, which made them not mirrored. Sorry, to the legs. So they're no longer in a mirrored position. Not gonna lie, shoes remind me of the Powerpuff Girls. No need to. Not gonna lie, it straight up. The way I draw chibi legs is inspired by the Powerpuff Girls. It's just this, right? It's just this. I know they wear. Don't they wear something like that as well? It's the black strap shoes with white socks. It's very similar. I need to pull up a picture. But the way I draw the just the sphere, not sphere, just the cube leg. it's taken from the Powerpuff Girls. Oh wait, me. They do it upside down. Hold on. It's like flat. Then there's a dip below. That's cute as well. That's cute. I like it. But for my purposes, I think I'll stick to what I have now. I did, yeah, something similar for Cherno, so spot on there, T for fish. Spot on. It's just, I don't know, the current size, they feel like shopping bags. Can I show off my new Kokone art from you on stream, please? Sure thing. Go ahead. Thank you. That would be very cool, actually. I need to. Oh, wow, her shoes are completely on the wrong level now. Okay. What was I saying? I was for car. Right, I need to make like a pin tweet or like something on my card, maybe, where I can permanently keep all the redeem examples. So people know. Well, I could put it in my panels. I know they accept images. I could compress a couple things and put all the redeem examples in the panels. That works. I wanna play touhou so badly. I know in this current mental state, I'm dying 5 times on stage 1. But people like how creepy. Is this something people want as a sticker? Is creepy in? All questions for me to debate. Considering ending stream now? Because my throat is starting to hurt quite a bit more. Let me see who's live. Oh, someone's just gone live. I know I've already done this. I'm not. Am I in a good mental state to make new friends? Well, while I agonize over that decision, Hope all of you have had a good time. I'm trying to see who to raid out to. If not, I'm looking at who else is streaming art right now. Sajini's also live. Sajini's been live for some time though, so... Well, we're going the comfortable route. I'm not in a good headspace to make new friends, and that's okay. It happens. Let's get the raid messages out. First one is for followers, second one is subscribers. I had a really good time today. Despite not feeling the best, we got some good work done. We got some good tutorials in. I want it to be a surprise attack this time. But someone's just started streaming. So get the raid message copied. We are starting raid really soon. Is she still lurking? It will no longer be a surprise, but I want it to be a surprise this time round, cause it wasn't last time. I had a great time. Thank you for joining me. See you next time. Bye bye. Let's go. Let's go. Thank you.